So I want you to picture the scene. It's the day after Halloween. You've been working hard all semester, may or may not be hungover, and you have 30% of your grade due the next following morning. You've been teeter-tottering between staying in the class and might getting a C, or leaving right now and dropping with a W. I don't know about you, but that's kind of me in this position. Right now, what we're going to talk about is why some people might find it applicable to need to take time off of school, and to talk about the benefits of taking time out of school. Now, I know that all of you are mostly almost halfway there. Why drop out now? Why go ahead and leave now? Well, don't think of it like that. Take time for yourself to not only do better for yourself, but for your education, like possibly dropping a class that doesn't fit in your schedule, or stresses you out, or leads to more complications. 3 things that we're going to talk about that might benefit you from no longer having all of your classes are financial issues, mental health, and the lack of sleep. Throughout my research I've not only learned a lot about the benefits of not taking all of your classes or lessening your school load, but last semester I experienced taking 21 credit hours while losing my best friend. That's just an implication of not only school stress, but life stress. And it took me a couple weeks to figure out that maybe I need to change. So today, here I am to try to talk to you about the possibilities of you changing your schedule and what may benefit out of that. So first and foremost, while we're all here, we're about $14,000 a piece at UT. That's quite expensive when you times that by 4 for in-state tuition. School's not cheap. And according to Ann Sobel in her 2013 research, the price of school has doubled almost 3 times since 1980. That's 30 years where school has gone up almost near 600%, from under $2,000 for in-state tuition to over $23, and this is an average of all schools. All public schools in the United States, given to us by the U.S. Department of Education. Not only is it that expensive when you're at $23,000, but for some of us like myself who are taking out student loans, your interest rate is also going up throughout these years. So instead of pulling out $23,000 and owing $23,000, you may owe more like $30,000. So for some of us that aren't going to finish off, I apologize. For some of us that aren't going to finish off school, or aren't 100% positive that our diploma is going to take us there or to what we want to do, why are we wasting all this money in such classes that aren't beneficial, or maybe we don't comprehend? So instead of just dropping out of all of your courses, some of the more suitable ways to go about doing this are things like vocational schools. As more kids are coming to college, there are more job openings in fields like welding, carpentry. And actually, currently, the alternatives that are being given by Fiesto Manufacturing Company in a 2016 report shows that 17% of all youth are unemployed after college. Based on your diploma, 17% show just straight unemployment. That's not counting those that get a degree in business and then have to work as a cook or a server while they are creating a resume. Fiesto has actually started to do work internships with students that have associate degrees or partial college degrees, so you could finish your degree program while not absolutely going to school and also making money to provide for that. So now that we've talked about the issues of the finances with school, let's talk about the one thing I know I'm going through right now, and that's the lack of sleep that school gives you. We all have that one friend who thinks it's super cool to say that they're on their 3rd all-nighter in a row, and that they don't need sleep, and it's quite detrimental to your brain. It's quite detrimental to your thought process. First and foremost, my first class on Tuesdays and Thursdays is at 2 p.m. But basing that off of living like that is not going to help me in the real world when I have work at 8 a.m. and can't make my own schedule. part of that lack of sleep also leads to mental health diagnosis and mental health problems. In a 2014 study done by 2004 study done by Lean Tsai, they took 237 college students, ages 18 to 24, and did a 7-day sleep log program to base off of sleep and to correlate with grades and education. The correlation showed that problems really were in freshmen that didn't have a basis of understanding of a necessary sleep schedule or sleep habits. Growing, those freshmen show to have increased problems in sleep schedules and studying habits because of their poor beginnings and their poor schedules to begin with. Not only do these habits mitigate your learning process and your comfortability and awakeness in school, they also conspire to many mental health problems that undergo while in school. And part of that leads to mental health in college students. In a 2017 study done by Alberman Study Group, researchers show that mental health problems a lot from study drugs and unprescribed study medicines such as Adderall and Ritalin that are very popular in today's culture for studying. Some of those side effects when you're trying to cram and take 2 Adderall if you're not prescribed to it leads to possible schizophrenia, ties to heart problems and genetic disabilities, and other health issues that are reasons why you're prescribed these medications and not just taking them freely and willy-nilly. Also, for mental health issues, a 2009 study showed correlations between depression, suicide, and guilt with school. In conclusion, all of these issues and all of these reasons for stressors in school could allude to reasons on why you should take time out and think about yourself and not just worry about college. You have your whole life ahead of you. So I would recommend talking to your advisor, look at your schedule, seeing where you could drop classes, and if you don't want to just drop out of school, and seeing where you could make your future best for you. And who knows, after I get this grade, I might just drop this class.
Thank you, Brenden.